What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Kronos. We're doing a full set review of Shining Revelry. New Pokemon Pocket set is coming out probably by the time you've seen this video. I'll have some timestamps in the description for cards by different type, but we're going to walk through in order. So, might as well get started. We got Weedle. 50 HP, put one random Weedle from your bench, from your deck, onto your bench. Of course, weak to fire with one cost retreat. I mean, the effect's okay. It doesn't do any damage, right? Let's go look at the existing Weedle. It does 20 damage. Honestly, I'd probably rather do 20 damage and search out another one. It is worded to get a random Weedle, but currently you can only put one Weedle in your deck. It's possible that they'll allow more copies of cards in decks in the future, maybe like a little alternate format or side event or something. So that would be relevant there. But I mean, I think it's like okay. I don't think it's amazing. Honestly, I'd probably rather do 20 damage. Kakuna. Okay, this is the existing Kakuna over here. Oh, putting that over there is such a good move by me. Same melt, same retreat, but instead of doing 30 damage, just does 20 damage, and on a coin flip will paralyze. 50% chance that their card can't do anything. That's not bad, you know? That's what the Articuno effect has. But this actually evolves, and we'll get to the evolution in a second. So honestly, I kind of respect this Kakuna. I can see either being decent. I like doing damage, but it doesn't affect Arceus, which sucks. Arceus EX, of course, is just immune to all status effects. So that's like rough. But yeah. We got Beedrill EX. This is what one of the cards people are excited about. The set introduces 9 new starter decks, and you can get the full deck and the stuff for free if you check out Pocket when the set releases. I think a lot of the EX cards I think they're kind of lower power because of that, because they're aimed towards starters. But they still got some exciting stuff. Beedrill EX, 170 HP. That's pretty good. That's up there with Machamp's 180. That's with. I can't even think of it. Whatever. It's 170 health is decent. It's not amazing. I think Gengar might have 170, and Infernape, Gallade. There you go. The stage 2s tend to have a lot of health. Now it's got 2 cost. It's 1 cost retreat again, and then it's got 2 cost attack Crushing Spear for Double Grass for 80 damage. Discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So for quick comparison, here's the Beedrill we have. 70 damage. So this only does 10 more damage, but it does, like, if your opponent has an active Pokemon that they want to attack with, it does stop it. And then if we compare it to other effects, like we've got Mawile. If I can find it. We've got some similar effects. Like this Mawile. Flip a coin, and then you get the effect. So you don't have to flip a coin. It always discards it. And then also like the regular Gyarados. I will say, I think the thing that this most has going for it over the other Beedrill is its increased health pool. If your opponent just attacked, and then you put up Beedrill and you attack them, they can just put the energy on whatever they had and attack again. Right? It doesn't stop them from doing a repeat attack if they used one. So that's something to know. I think that's a big downside to the Beedrill, but otherwise pretty cool. Insert, of course, 90 HP, double cost retreat with Guillotine Rush for a total of 3 energy. Flip a coin until you get tails. It's 40 more damage for each head. So the EV on this is 90 damage, because but realistically you're not going to be hitting like 1,000 damage, right? So it's actually going to be in reality, you're going to end up doing a little bit less damage. Straight into the garbage. It's not great. It's got a 2-cost retreat, 90 HP. And will do 50 damage half the time. It's on a basic, yeah, but like, let's go look at the existing. Insert. I guess this one you need to flip a coin. They're doing my boy dirty, man. I guess they're waiting for Mega Pinsir, but in Pokemon Go, the Pokemon that follows me around is a Pinsir. It's sick. And I ended up getting the Mega thing for it at some point, but... yeah. Straight into the garbage. Kind of accurate. Sprigatito! One of the cutest Pokemon of all time. 60 HP, which is... it's average. Put a random grass Pokemon from your deck into your hand. Cry for help. I believe is the... oh my gosh. Why is this lagging? Hello? High performance. Something's causing this lag, I apologize. It's the same effect as Caterpie, except it costs the grass. And then Nidoran female actually has Cry for Help that searches out exactly Nidoran male. So this is, it's worse than Caterpie in that it requires a grass energy. But if you're searching out grass energy, then you're probably just like, or if you're searching out grass Pokemon, you're probably playing grass energy anyway. So it's fine. Florigato, honestly, gun to my head, if you asked me 10 seconds ago what the name of the middle evolution of Sprigatito's line is, I could not tell you. It does not only find basics. You can find your Florigato, or you can find your Meowscarada, or any other grass Pokemon. 90 HP, 40 damage slash. 40 damage, very meh. I haven't seen Meowscarada's card, but it's gonna need a good card for this to be any decent. Like, even like, I guess Charmeleon attacks for like 3, but it's like Sandslash. I know this can evolve. Sandslash is stage 1, 90 HP. No, 100 HP. Still 70 damage. So, let's check out Meowscarada. 140 HP. 1-cost retreat. Fighting Claws. 60 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is Pokemon EX, does 70 more damage. Okay. That's a lot of damage, yeah. It does 130. That's KOing your Celebi's. I mean, I guess Celebi's not played that much anymore. It's KOing you with a little extra help. Like plus 10, it can get to Arceus and stuff. And with like Rocky Helmet, it can get to like Dialga. That's a lot of damage. The thing about cards like this existing is that they discourage the use of EX cards, right? Because if you have Meowscarada against a deck that's not playing any EX cards, it's not very good. Yeah, exactly. It's like a tug of war. Balance power. I know they did side event at Vancouver. I don't know what the rule set was, but at Stockholm there was a pocket side event where it's Conquest. So as you bring 3 decks, and you can't bring the same Pokemon in any of them. So having a deck specifically to counter like an EX thing, I think could be relevant then. But promising card. It depends on how good the EX decks are, though, right? Charmander. I'm excited about this card. 60 damage, or 60 health, 20 damage. Yeah, that's like a standard thing, right? Well, the thing is, the only Charmander we currently have is this one with Ember, which does more damage, but it discards the energy, so you don't want to attack with it. is not a strict upgrade. You don't know what the word strict means. If this did 30 damage, it would be a strict upgrade. So it's not a strict upgrade, but I do think it is better. So very relevant. Then we have Charmeleon. Same health as existing Charmeleon. Attacks for double fire. But if it's better, it's an upgrade. Yeah, I said it's upgrade. I didn't say it was a strict upgrade. A strict upgrade means every part of the text on the card is better. Can't one-shot execute. Relevant. Anyway, combustion. Or not or yeah, it's combustion. I was thinking of the Pokemon. 40 damage. Honestly, the fact that this can attack for 2 energy means that I want to play this instead. Yeah, Deuces, we're on the same page. I would, because your Charmeleon base already, like, just basically never attacks, right? You use, like, Moltres, and you have to, like, wait, and it always sucks when you have to do it. You can actually curve out 1-2 with Charmeleon, with this Charmeleon, which I think is super cool. And then, Charizard EX. I guess I'm going to show the existing Charizard EX. Talking about the existing one, being able to curve out 1, 2, 3 with Slash, and then you can do it in Crimson Storm, I think is relevant. I think you will see more Charizard decks not using Moltres. Still pretty good. We have Charizard EX here. 180 HP, 3 cost retreat grows. The Stoke attack for 1 fire takes 3 fire energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. It ramps itself. This is not Terra Dark Charizard EX from TCG. It ramps itself, but you have to first get to a stage 2, and second, put this in the active, and third, do no damage for your whole turn. If you want to use this, and then next turn you can do 150, and then they probably knock you out as revenge because they already had a nice hit on you. I would much rather play the Crimson Storm Charizard. You can do more damage if you have it on the bench. If you don't want to use Stoke because you take damage. So if your Charizard's on the bench powering up anyway, you might as well use the other one. Yeah, and you can still you can use Moltres to this one, but why wouldn't you use a Crimson Storm? Again, the EX cards think are Bistar cards, so not amazing. Magmar, dude, I see people complaining about Pokemon getting the same. Also, where's my Dex number sort, by the way? Getting a bunch of different cards. This is like the 3rd Magmar card? 4th Magmar card? I forgot I can search. Marmot, what? This is the 4th Magmar card. Magmar has had a tradition of all of its cards being bad. This one attacks for 1 energy. Has less health and heat more and does less damage, but obviously the goal here is that you want to evolve it. Because you can use Blaine to deal 50 damage. You're not using Blaine with this Magmar. We check out Magmortar currently. Does 100 damage and burns the opponent's Pokemon. Doesn't burn. Doesn't burn RCSEX. Sucks. But I assume we're gonna get another Magmortar. Less health, same cost retreat. Pokemon 70 damage during your opponent's next turn. If the defending Pokemon tries to attack, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, the attack doesn't happen. Kinda love the art. It's a very silly expression. So first off, your opponent can retreat their Pokemon and clear this effect. They didn't give it confusion. Confusion lasts multiple turns. So It's confusion. Because in this game, somehow the Pokemon don't hit themselves in confusion, even for like 10 damage. I think this is very meh. It at least attacks cheaper than other Magmortar, but I am not excited about this. Haldane and Tauros. 110 health. Deals 80 damage. Does 10 damage to itself. So I mean, if you compare it to base Tauros, which has less health and does less damage, but it costs 2 to attack. Honestly, the 10 damage back to itself really doesn't matter. It's not going to be relevant too often. Then of course you got the EX snipers with this one, which would do 40 more damage if it's an EX. I think it's pretty comparable. I think it's okay. If you need a tanky fire basic, honestly, it might be your choice. It doesn't have an expensive retreat cost, but if we... oh, you can actually filter by shiny now. If you check out the basic Pokemon in Fire, there's not very many that are, like, just good. Like, you don't want to play the Moltres. Like, basic one-pointers. You don't want to play the Moltres because it sucks. Like, the Infernape decks will play, like, Heat more. Which has, like, it has a one-cost attack. But only has 80 health. So maybe there's something there because it's being more tanky, but I'm not holding my breath. Tentacool. Rain Splash. 70 health. 10 damage. Why is this lag so much? Why is the collection screen lag so much? More health than the other Tentacool. Does less damage. Honestly, I probably want to do more damage. With when evolving to the Tentacool that I know about, but there's obviously gonna be a new Tentacool. But I think it's totally respectable change if you want to go for one or the other. Ugh. 100 health, 40 damage, Wave Splash. One cost retreat. I would much rather poison, to be honest. So I think this card sucks. Which sucks because I love Tentacruel. Its Gen 1 sprite is infamously 50% Tenta and 50% Cruel. So, no, not great. Nope. Weasel, 70 health, 10 damage water gun, some cute art. I think we have a Weasel, right? Dude, the scrolling is gonna kill me. Do we not have a Weasel? Because we don't. Seems like a fine basic. A lot of times it'll be 60 health, do 20 damage. This just has a bit more health. It's just like the Tentacruel, or the Tentacool. Floatzel, 90 health. While your arrow's attack is 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So like Seadra, I think does 50. Yeah, it's better than Seadra. But 30 damage is like nothing. This is on your... It just is, I think draft mode could help, but I think the set is aimed for newer players. Because since they're giving away the EX decks, and the EX decks are almost certain to have, like the Charizard EX deck probably has Paldean and Tauros in it. So they don't have the power level super high, so that you can still find better cards. Wiglet. This is a new card. Kulo, I don't know what that means, but welcome in. Wiglet is a very funny Pokemon to me. Nope. Oh, it's poop ass in Italian. What's that funny? Bring out does it does 30 damage randomly to one card. You're like, okay. I mean, it does 30 damage for one, which is, you know, a relevant number. If your opponent only has one Pokemon, it'll hit it. But of course, because there's a Wiglet, we have to have a Wugtrio. And we actually have Wugtrio EX. Pop out throughout. One of your opponent's Pokemon's chosen time random 3 times. And then for each time it's chosen, do 50 damage. So the obvious comparison here is to Dragonite. This has less health, and is an EX Pokemon, so gives up 2 prizes. But for 1 less cost, and for being a Stage 1 instead of a Stage 2, it's got a 3-pick Draco Meteor instead of 4. I don't think it's amazing. Dragonite's not very good in competitive because of consistency issues, where 1, just getting the energy and like living to get it, and 2, the fact that it can just miss. So this being a Stage 2 or Stage 1 has a lot going for it. It's way cheaper retreat. I think it's better than Dragonite, but that's not saying much. But it's also an EX. This gets Arceus does 130 damage, so if they have Giovanni, this is gone. You know, it's a bit rough. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's a fun card. Dondozo. I'm actually going to show Tatsugiri first. Your active Dondozo has no retreat cost. So it's kind of like again, the evolving basics tend to be like 60 HP, 20 damage. This is a bit better, and then obviously has big synergy with Dondozo. And then if we check out Dondozo itself, excuse me, that's 120 health. Ocean Cyclone does 80 damage, also does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So the comparison here that people draw is to Articuno EX, which of course has the same attack, but it's named Blizzard. And where the heck's my Articuno? And costs 1 less. And it's also a water thing. Has less retreat, but again, if you have Tatsugiri, it's free retreat. But the thing about Articuno, and why Articuno 18 trainer decks are popular and I don't think very good. They've certainly improved as they added more stuff. They're definitely in Genetic Apex are bad. Articuno also attacks for 2. So, this does give a 1 prize, but I don't see it. Yeah, you can misty all these cards, but I don't see it. Pikachu EX, 120 health on a basic EX. I think this is the same health that the other Pikachu has. The OG. With a 3-cost attack Thunderbolt, discard all energy from this Pokemon. Yeah, it's bad. I saw people excited about it. Why? You can't use Lieutenant Surge to put up energy. Yeah, sure, you can Dawn from your Magneton, whatever, and then you attack and you deal 150 damage and you knock out their Dialga. And then you have no energy on your Pokemon. Even if it lives it, it's not going to do anything. I would much rather play the other one. It does 90 damage. But the other one's in this meta, it's not very good, which is crazy. Because Pikachu and Pikachu, I think were Pikachu were like 40% of the meta. But with Volkner, it's not. What's up, Flammable 2009? I think what they're saying is it discards the energy and then you could Volkner it up. You know what else discards your energy? When you die or when you retreat. So you don't need a special effect on your Pokemon to get a cute play with Volkner. I think this card is really bad. Which is crazy because it's a mascot. But again, 9 starter EX decks. Oh, hey, Flamewolf 2009, thanks for following. You're spitballing? Yeah, I can tell. We got a new Voltorb. 70 health, 10 damage. 1 cost retreat. Of course, again, we got the classic 60 health, 20 here. Instead, I think I like the art better. We've got a new Electrode. And he's got more health. Does 50 damage. Flip a coin. If it heads, attack is 3 more damage. Okay, so it can deal up to 80, but on average it'll deal 65, which is less. And you can Lieutenant Surge to it, but and the art's great, but it costs 1 to retreat. It doesn't have free retreat. That was the best thing about Electrode. Because Electrode is one of the it's the fastest Pokemon ever made until they made Ninjask. Which was the fastest until they made Deoxys Speed in the same generation. Which was later, by the way. Ninjask was first. Also, you can't use the sick art with this amazing Electrode art. And I love this one here. This Electrode down here, because he's pogging. He's literally going, like... Right? He's literally pogging. So, not great. Pachirisu. Send heal 10 damage, okay. On just a basic that doesn't evolve. Take a lightning energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your bench lightning Pokemon. This is 70 HP ramp is nice. Wow, this card is good. This card is bad. This card is awful. No, it's not. This card is bad. Yeah, I mean, it's got 70 HP. Energy ramp is good. I'm not saying energy ramp is bad. You have to spend your attack on this. And you have to attach an energy. I don't even like Manaphy, because Manaphy is bad. Okay, look. You have to spend... Manaphy, like, I think the decks that want Manaphy are few and far between. And I think people overplay it. Okay. If you attach a lightning energy to this and you attack, you did not ramp any energy. Because you spent the energy on the Pachirisu first. So you're neutral. No, you didn't. You're neutral. Because you could have taken the energy on Pachirisu and put it on something else. So you need to attack twice. Where you wouldn't have before. Dude. I understand. You could have just put the energy that you're ramping on whatever the other thing was. And then you don't have a 70 HP basic, which does 10 damage in the active. Manaphy players, I'm not a Manaphy enjoyer. Manaphy players. Does it suck when you lose your Manaphy? Because it gives up a point. Yeah. You end the turn with 2 energy instead of 1, you're up in energy. You're not... Okay, you're up in energy. Okay. And one of them's on your Pachirisu. You're not ramping the thing on your bench. Right? Whatever you're trying to put the energy onto it to attack with, you're not ramping that. You need to attack twice. 80 speed and Dawn? Yeah, I mean, like, it also costs 1 to retreat, so... I don't know, it does 10 damage. I don't think Manaphy is great. I think Manaphy is okay. You don't think this thing attacks twice? If you're spending 2 attacks on this effect, you're not dealing any damage to your opponent. Okay, you're dealing 20 damage to your opponent. Right? Your opponent got to attack you twice. There's a good chance you lost your Pachirisu, first off. I know people sometimes it's hard to KO a Manaphy. The fighting decks are really popular right now. Hitmonchan's gonna get in there, smack him once. Pachirisu attacks once. If this attached to energy, I would consider it. But as is, I would encourage you to put this in your electric decks and then go on the ladder so that I can face you. Shout out to that emote though. Closer to Sad Leafeon. What are you even supposed to be ramping with this? Colston, that's a good question. What even are you supposed to be ramping with this? From the new deck, you're like, oh, Pikachu, except the Pikachu is really bad. Zapdos? I mean, like, again, you could just put the energy on Zapdos and use Pet instead and deal 20 damage. Right? And then you're not leaving a 1 prize vulnerability on the front. What you kind of would, if you're losing a 1 prize, you kind of want to lose another 1 prizer and then a 2 prizer, right? Ramp Shitty Pikachu, build Luxray, KO, easy dubs. So you've got, that's 10 Pokemon in your deck because you've got the full Luxray line twice, the bad Pikachu, and this. But you can't attack with the Pikachu first. If you use this and you power up a Pikachu and you lose it, the Pikachu has Pikachu can't wait for the Luxray to attack because if it dies then you lose the 2 prizes. So anyway, I think this card is bad. I would encourage you to go on the ranked ladder and use it in your deck, but honestly you're probably not going to be facing me on the ladder anyway. So. That was a good discussion on that one. Palmy, 60 health, 20 damage. Very, very standard. Evolves into Palmot. Oh, sorry, evolves into Palmo. I didn't even know there was a middle evolution. This is just the same. This is the same guy. It's just the same guy. Lunch called Evolution. I mean, it tripled its weight. 90, then 40. This is the same as the Charmeleon. So you're like, okay, what is it gonna be? Then Palmot, 140 HP, 70 damage for 2. Okay. Counterattack, damaged by attack from its Pokemon, do 20 damage. So it's got a Druddigon effect. And Rocky Helmet, but only does 70 damage on a stage 2. Meh. Very meh. Also, it's the same guy. I'm sorry, he got a little hair. He got a haircut. Better Poliwrath. I guess it's. Zuzu here. Zuzu, hey, get off. It's Poliwrath is not good. I know because I've tried it. Yeah, so I mean it is like Lightning Poliwrath. Let me go and find it. Take a shot every time take a shot of water every time I mention lag on this. So it does. I mean, the Poliwag attacks for 10 instead of 20, but they cost colorless. So these are like the same. and Poliwrath does 80. Honestly, having 3 cost on it is fine. It's fine because like you're gonna ramp 1, 2, 3 anyway. I don't think this card's very good. So it's probably better than Poliwrath. Because it's like 1 less cost for 10 less health. But yeah. Alright, so we got Abra, who's doing this stance. He's leaning over you. Right? We got an Abra doing that. Finally standing up for himself, like he mentioned, like Deuces says, does 20 damage, doesn't teleport. Honestly, probably better than not teleporting, but not amazing. Very standard, stage 1 or basic. What? Kadabra. 80 damage, this 30. Is this the exact same as Haunter? I think Haunter, the starting Haunter does the same thing. Improvement, yeah. A 3 cost attack is basically not usable on your stage 1. Especially if it only has 80 health. So there's less health than the Charmeleon and the other thing, like the Palmo and stuff, but it does less damage. It's less damage, but it costs cheaper. So I think this could be a 90 and 2 and 4, but they didn't go with that. Where's the Alakazam though? Oh yeah, I saw this one. 80 damage for 2. Some injuries. He's got a heart in one of those spoons. And then also does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that have energy attached. I will say at stage 2 with a 2 cost attack means that if you're going first, you go play Abra and you can't attack. The next turn, you can play Kadabra and attack for 30, and then you can play this and attack. So going first, a 2 cost stage 2 means you can attack on turn 3 if you have it. Deal 80 damage. It's not. I wouldn't call it counter. But if you're dealing 30 damage to your opponent's Dialga, and then they use their attack, and they power up something, and then you deal 80 damage to it, right? It's on 30 health, and you dealt 20 damage to the Arceus. It's cool design. I'll say it's cool design. Yeah. Interesting effect. You could run 1/1. You could run the other Alakazam. Honestly, the other Alakazam is more of a Dialga counter because it smacks, right? Alakazam does a lot of damage, so I think it's okay. Not amazing. Got Mr. Mime. Dude, what they actually made this guy in like 1994 or whatever. $90 damage or 90 health. One Gust retreats, a bit more health. Flip 4 coins, just 20 damage for each head. This is so funny. It's like, it's the Jolteon and the Zapdos effect, which do 40 and 50 respectively, but it costs only 2. Like Jolteon does, but it's on a basic. Someone's gonna hit 80 for this, and you're gonna be mad. Yeah, we're gaming. What's up, Jake? We're doing full set review. Someone's gonna hit 80 on this, and then you're gonna be mad. And if they hit me with 80 on this, I'm going to end the stream. Like this. It doesn't even evolve into Mr. Rhyme, right? You need like Galarian Mr. Mime. Right? Play Jinx before this? Yeah, let's look at Jinx. Health, guaranteed 30 damage. The EV on Mr. Mime is 40. Now I will say, most of the time you will hit at least 40 damage. You'll hit 40 damage 75% of the time. Or not, sorry, 68.75% of the time. You'll hit 40 damage. But, like, you know, I don't think that's it, bud. We got Drifloon. We've got Ram. Again, this is a 60 health, 1 cost attack, 1 cost retreat, 20 damage. This is the very, very standard. Look, Duskull right here. Does have more health than the existing Drifloon, which I couldn't even have told you what this does. Does 10 damage, takes less from attacks. This one's actually weak to dark and not lightning, which is interesting. But if we check out Drift Blim, ooh, 90 health, 40 damage gust. Whereas this one has 100 health and can balloon strike. You can honestly, you probably play the new Drift Blim. Oh, no cost retreat. I didn't even notice that. I'd probably prefer the other Drift Blim, the 100 health one, and just you can play the new Drifloon because it does more damage than the 100 health one. Free retreat is good, but you're dealing 40 damage and you have to find your evolution, so I think it's not great. Is it like Clefable that says that did that from the original set? Time to take a shot of water every time I complain about this lagging. Yeah, compared to Clefable, which is not played. Yeah, Clefable's weak to metal, which certainly was relevant because there's basically no metal. There's only 5 metal cards in the entire game in the base set, and 2 of them evolved into one of the other metal cards. So it's basically 3 final stage evolution cards. And Clefable was not very good, so not great. Giratina EX. This is, so as I've mentioned several times, there are 9 starter decks that you'll be able to choose from, and you can just get the full copies of the cards now. They all feature an EX Pokemon. We got Giratina, there's Beedrill, Charizard, Bugtrio, and Pikachu, which we've already gone over, as well as Lucario, Clodsire, Tinkaton, and Bibarel. Bibarel, whatever. I think the Giratina is possibly the most promising, although maybe Lucario has something to say. Maybe even Beedrill, actually. I don't think this card is good. I know you don't like it. I think it's great. You're right. I don't like it. You're spending your turn dealing no damage, not doing any other attack effects. It effectively uses your attack. Horrible card, thank you. That's the same health as Mewtwo. Doesn't have Psychic Sphere, which was like, it was a relevant threshold. The reason that the promo Jigglypuff was worse than the other one is because the promo dies to a Psychic Sphere, the other one doesn't. And now Mewtwo is kind of nowhere to be seen. Darkrai Giratina. It is self-sufficient. You can sit there and power it up on the bench. But you're attaching your energy to Darkrai and then doing this. And you're sitting there like behind your Dredagon or something. Yeah. It ends your turn. If going first, you can ramp it on turn 1 going first. But I gotta say, on turn 1 going first, if you start with this in the active, you're not happy. Start with Mewtwo on active might work. It ends your turn. If your Mewtwo's in the active, your Mewtwo can't attack. Here comes Chewbacca. It ends your turn. Does anyone here know Rotom V? Hold on. Anyone know Rotom V from the TCG set? That card ends your turn and is amazing. So I will say. Okay. copy image. Let me see if I can do like this. Rotom V. This is a normal TCG card. Instant charge. Once during your turn, you may draw 3 cards. If you use this ability, your turn ends. Rotom V on turn 1, going first, is amazing. I'm doing alright, Black Star. We're doing a full set review. It is very common. Actually, I guess... Does Rotom V rotating in 2 days? Or 3 days, whatever? I know Force Seal Stone is rotating, and Force Seal Stone is what makes us good. It's your turn. I often Nest Ball for a Rotom on turn 1. Okay. There's a card, Arvin, which is one of the best supporters in the current stuff. I think Arvin might be rotating actually. Arvin searches your deck for an item and a tool card, deals them, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. So, Arvin with Rotom lets you search, so you can search for like a Nest Ball to get your Rotom, and then you can get with the Rotom V. You have 4 Seal Stone. 4 Seal Stone, you don't need to read the text, I'll tell you what it does. You attach the 4 Seal Stone to a Rotom V, and then you can use the effect of the 4 Seal Stone to search your deck for any card and put it into your hand. So that's the combo. It's like you can Arvin and you can get both pieces, you can get any card you want, and then you can end your turn and draw 3 cards. You also don't have to use ability if it's disadvantageous. Yeah, I mean you don't have to use the charge ability, right? But it also only, big quotes, only does 130. You're not KOing Dialga. You're not KOing Arceus. Yeah, kind of like Owen's, like, yeah, this card is, like, not good. I think it is possibly the most promising of the EX cards. I see DCG MST. MST won the last Ursa Day Pocket Weekly. Okay, so I respect them as a player. Also, I gotta say, we haven't gotten to fighting yet, but they added the new Hitmonlee. You can play. This is shout out to Just Jake. Thanks up there for pointing out thing. You don't have to play 1/1 Hitmonchan anymore. You can play 2 Hitmonlee. You could play quad Hitmonchan because you can have 4 Pokemon that just have a jab that does 30, except one is a kick. Quad Hitmonchan, Lucario, with maybe a little bit of Lucario EX sprinkled in. I think that's totally. I think that's like a. I don't think it's good, but you can play 4 Hitmonchan. How did I hurt myself? Jesus. Ouch. That hurt a lot. The ball slammed my fingers into the shelf or something. What do you think of Giratina if it didn't have its ability? I think it would be really bad because you have to spend so long charging it up. Right? You can't even compare it to Arceus. Okay. Compare it to Arceus. It costs more to attack for the same damage. It has slightly more health. But with Arceus, when you're playing it with Dialga, you're doing damage with the Dialga. this isn't doing damage. And then it also, on top of it, does 20 damage itself. The 20 damage is not really relevant. I think the decks that will be most successful with this will be the Dirtle decks, where you sit behind your Dredagon. You're like, oh, I power up my Giratina, and it gets one thing, and I end my turn, right? And you're like, oh, I put my dark energy on my Darkrai, and it does that. The thing about this thing, you can't even use dark energy to like ramp this, because it takes triple psychic, right? So you have to ramp your 3 times. Also, there's a scenario where you have this out as one of your last Pokemon on your bench, and it has 2 energy on it. And it's like, if you end your turn, you lose because your opponent hits you or something, right? It's just like, you're a trash EX. It literally says broken space bellow. You're right. You're right. It does say broken. I forgot that my mouse captures here. It does say broken on it. I think this is one of the more promising cards for the EX cards. I think it is the most interesting of the EX cards. I think it's going to be the most controversial. I am not a Giratina believer. I'm not a Giratina believer. I'm so excited for this card to be good. I'm happy for you, Jake. I am... Why are you loading? Why do I have the loading thing? It's on a static webpage. This is not Mewtwo, right? And Mewtwo doesn't see any play now. So, anyway, moving on. Gimmighoul, chest, camouflage. It's like camouflage, but it's a chest. Flip a coin. If heads, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damages. So it's got the like the Vulpix type thing. Okay, and then there's an evolution for this. I'm gonna jump to the evolution because it's in a different type. Goldango. Flip a coin. For each metal energy attached to this Pokemon stack does 50 damage for each heads. So you compare it to Celebi, right? Celebi, not very good right now. It is a 2-prizer. Oh my god, this lag, dude. You can just skip the animation. I press the skip animation button every time. It's not a basic. It costs more to attack. And it specifically has to be metal energy. Obviously, you go like Dialga, and you're like power this up, right, with your Dialga. But I don't think it's right. Machop, back to the normal thing. That's Machop. It's got this really cool art. It has 1 cost retreat. It has 1 cost retreat, which is good because the existing Machop only has 2 cost retreat, and it is brutal when you're playing Machamp EX. Okay, I would gladly play this one, and also it's like carrying this boulder and like running at you. This is me like on my way to say that all of the cards suck every time a set comes out. That's me. That's exactly what I'm doing. Machoke. Why is his head so big? Hold on. Why is his head so big? Machoke. What is going on? Why is his head so big? If you compare it to the other one, like Machoke is like, he's just a guy, right? He's just a guy that is doing weightlifting. Never skips head day. Dude. Oh, find you a GF that never skips head day, am I right? I haven't even looked at the text. It's got the same tree, whatever. It does 30 damage, and then flip a coin. If heads, it does 60 damage. So the EV on this is 45 damage, which is lower than strength, but 1 and 2 times you actually do more. No. I don't think it's true. Dude, his head is so funny. Why is his head so big? Dude, why is his head so big? Machamp, dude, they're just carrying this boulder. He's getting better and better at carrying the boulder. 150 HP, 2 cost retreat, power press. If this Pokemon has at least 2 extra energy attached, it has 50 more damage. So it does 70, but if you have 4 energy, it does 120. Compared to the existing Machamp, his Seismic Toss deals 100 damage. That costs 3. Then there's got Machamp EX. Is it better than Golem? No. It only does 70 damage. I mean, it's 150 health on a stage 2, which is like a bit more than average. Usually they're like 140. You need to spend 4 energy to get it to do 120. I don't think you play this card. I don't think this card's very good. I think the best thing about the evolution is that the Machop has 1 cost retreat. Because the Machop we have doesn't have it. Because I remember in Genetic Apex when I was trying to play Machamp EX, starting Machop when you had wanted like Onyx in active was brutal because you couldn't even X speed it out, and people don't even play X speed now. Sense of determination, yeah. Its whole body is composed of muscles. Even though it's the size of a human child, it can hurl 100 grown-ups. But it says grown-ups instead of like adults. Guys, we're so invested in literally it's a children's card game. I'm 30 years old. I'm 30 years old. Pokédex is written by a child? Yeah. What is this other one? Oh, the other one has the same flavor text. Same Pokédex entry. Grown-ups. It just reminds. I have a friend who's a teacher, and she mentions like she says grown-ups, like it's for kids, but it's just funny. It can hurl. It doesn't say hurl the like their equivalent stuff. It can throw 100 grown-ups. How far? Far. Yeah, so I think this is the most promising of the cards. We got Hitmonlee with this fucking sick art, who looks really flat. It looks really flat. The thing about it is that you can't beat perfection. Hitmonlee with Stretch Kick, stretching you like this. Reprenoia, yeah. Stretch Kick. He's kicking you like this. Isn't this just Hitmonchan, Kickmonlee? Yeah. He's got 80 health, 30 damage. Hitmonchan does jab, kick. Hitmonchan notably won Earth Day Pocket Weekly this last week. Deck idea that I've like gotten boiling in my mind. Shout out to Just Jake. Again. You could play quad Hitmonchan, right? Because you could play 2 of each of these. And then you could, like, throw in, like, Lucario. Lucario EX. Are we sure it's tonight? There's a different thing from Pokemon. Like, it's literally on Pokemon.com that says it's 24 hours later. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's probably gonna be today, but yeah, Ranked definitely comes out in 24 hours after, because that's what they said the ranked season. But it's literally, there's 2 sources on Pokemon.com, and they say 2 different dates, which is why I'm picking it up. Sick art. Honestly, it might be better than Stretch Kick art, but I kind of love Stretch Kick art. Why is this... What is this art, dude? Why does he look like someone's, like... He looks like someone like, he's standing there and someone is uncomfortably close behind him and, like, is, like, putting their hands on him. And he's like, I don't want to do it. Like, that's literally what he looks like, expression. Its punches slice the air. They are launched at such high speed, even a slight graze could cause a burn. Magnum guns with a Magnum dog. It does 90 damage for a Magnum punch. Magnum condoms, dude. That's a good one. Hitmonchan might be crazy though. I don't think so. I think the art is cute. Like, I like this style, but it looks like someone's uncomfortably close. He's, like, running away. Also, it doesn't make sense. He's between buildings, but, like, running? I don't think it's very good. Cool art. Riolu. Yeah, it costs 3 to attack, which is rough. So Riolu is very, very played right now. Cost 2 to punch, but has more health as well. I'd probably want to just play the 1 coster because it's on a basic, right? At least you can do something on turn 1. So very eh. But we got Lucario EX. 150 health, 3 cost attack, Aura Sphere. Stacks 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So there's like... So you can play Lucario and Lucario EX in your deck, but you can't play more than 2 Riolu. Right. Hitmonlee and Cyrus. So Hitmonlee doesn't... Yeah, they reuse a ton of assets. It's got like a Hitmonlee kick as well and does 100 damage. Grandma's Lucario 14T. You can play... I don't know. I think, look, the deck that's cooking in my mind is quad Hitmonchan, meaning that you play new Hitmonlee with double Riolu, like maybe, I don't know how many Lucario or Lucario EX, but at least like 1/1, because this is your finisher, and the other things are very aggressive. I think you probably want 2 regular Lucario though, because getting plus 20 to your jabs and kicks is like very important. I don't think the deck sounds very good, but it certainly sounds like aggressive. And because all of your attacking guys just attack for 1, maybe it's only 3, maybe. Because they attack for 1, you can spend your extra energy on this on the bench, and hopefully chip stuff down because 100's a lot. So I think this one has potential. I don't think it's great, but Flamigo. Flip 2 coins, does 50 damage for each heads. Straight into the garbage bin. It's up there with Pinsir, right? Yeah. Pitzer is really bad. This has less health. And that's literally just a flamingo. I know it's a flip. It's an amigo, but can you link to? You're welcome to look at. I'm probably not going to open your theory craft decks. Also, corrupted paranoia. You're so right. They will call you a madman. Ekans, 70 health with a ram. I'm gonna scroll down and find Ekans here, but the current Ekans is the standard 60 health with 20 damage for 1 energy. And again, having a 2 cross attack and a basic is real rough. Well, let's check out Arbok. Venomous Fang. Why is this saying items? I shouldn't do this in instruction. Yeah, I don't care. During your opponent's next turn, Fang Pokemon can't retreat. It's a very different card. Also, looks way more angry. Look at those eyes. Look at the ridge line on the eyebrows. After the latest research determined there are over 20 possible arrangements to patterns on its stomach. One colorless, so they want us to ramp Dawn. The problem with this card, I mean, like, Tentacruel is cool, you know. Well, okay. Tentacruel's not cool. He's cruel. Tentacruel is cool. It does cost 3, which is rough. And it poisons. And poison's a nice effect. The problem with poison right now is that Arceus EX is the most popular Pokemon right now, I think. Because it's not just played in the most popular decks that have Arceus. And it's played in some other stuff too. So Arceus EX is immune to status conditions, including poison, which makes this real rough. So, Arceus EX would be good if it didn't have that ability, and they gave it the ability. Paldean Wooper. The fact that its tongue matches the background of the sky, to me, it fixed itself. My brain was just viewed it as just a hole in its head. Poison jab for 10. 50 HP is pretty weak. Compared to Grimer. And it has 1 cost retreat instead of 3. Grimer has more HP, so you're gonna really need something. Beat this out. Also, it's Paldean Wooper because it's from somewhere else. Paldean Wooper does not evolve into Quagsire, which is a goated Pokemon, by the way. Evolves into Clodsire. Ursine pointed this out to me yesterday. Why does this card say Paldean Clodsire EX? That implies there's a normal Clodsire somewhere that we haven't found yet. Where is he? Legends ZA League. We're getting new Clodsire in ZA. Source dude, just trust me. Yeah. I haven't read the card yet. So yeah, 160. And it's got the Venoshock. Venoshock is a popular effect if the poison does more damage. Because of Arceus, I don't think you can play this. But it at least curves out for 2, unlike Muck, which just does 1 and then 3. If you look at the Sneasler has the same deal. It says Paldean Sneasler on the cards. So yeah. Force the evolves from line, don't you specify the name? Yeah. It evolves from Paldean Wooper, it says it up there. Anyway. Sneasler isn't Paldean. You want to check that, bud. you want to check that, you can go to pkmncards.com. I'm opening Bulbapedia on your ass, dude. Oh, sorry. No! No! I made a blunder. I made a blunder and he got me. He got me. He owned me. Get fucked. No! Oh, I need like an emote of me just like being blown away in an explosion. Oh my god. What is it? It's like 7TV, like minor spelling the string. Sneasler is Hisuian. Oh! It's Hisuian Sneasler. Hisui. I didn't play Pokemon Legends Arceus. I haven't played any of the Switch games. I own Let's Go Eevee, but I've never launched it. Never played DPP. Not DPP. It's like BDSP. I was gonna say VIPM, but he's already got it. Yeah. So White Hoagie has legitimate VIP. So yeah, you can't get anything else. I guess I get on VIP. Also, the hype train conductor, does that just stay until there's like a different hype train? Can we test that? Does starting a hype train move the train conductor? Guys, you may have, if you have Amazon Prime, it comes with a free Prime Gaming subscription that you can spend on any streamer that you want for free. And it's an equivalent support of them as a normal subscription, and so you may have one available that you haven't used on your favorite or least favorite or just some random guy streamer, and so maybe you should check if you have one. Yeah. God, dude, I got owned. Spiritomb. Confused Ray. Flip a coin. As your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. And does 20 damage. Like, whatever. Basic V abilities. I was talking about Rotom V earlier. But... one of the best basic 1 energy attacks. Yeah, I guess compare it to, like, Farfetch. And Kangaskhan. Middle health. Less damage in both of them on average, but can stall out your opponent a bit. Doom Arbok. You attack with Spiritomb. Usually they stay in, and then next turn you put up Arbok and trap them. That's cute. Brutal. What the fuck is this? What is this thing? Though usually a mellow Pokemon, it will sink its sharp, poison-soaked front teeth into any that anchor it, causing paralysis if the object of its ire. But it doesn't paralyze. Very standard. Defiant Eye. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active is now poisoned. Got fucked up fingers. It's like the Hypno effect for poison. Unlike the Hypno effect, which is a 75% chance to do nothing, this has a 50% chance to do nothing. Which is better, but not amazing. Or by meh, mediocre. Getting into the metal cards. Think a Tank with Corkscrew Punch. Very standard. Think a Tough. Tenacious Hammer. Coin, if heads, does 3 more damage, so on average it does 45. 90 health. And this is, again, we see this a lot. 90 health, 2 energy for 40 damage, so it does a bit more. 2 cost retreat. Very, very standard Sage 1. Think a Ton EX. Horrific Dumping. 170 health. 2 cost retreat. 80 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, stack does 80 more damage. You're gonna spend your EX card doing 80 damage for 3 energy. I think it was Beedrill. Does 80 damage for 2 energy. It has a little effect on it. So it can do 160 damage, which is a lot. Only doing it half the time is flavorful, but I'm not excited about this. Doing an average of 120. 20 for 3. It's bad. I mean, that's what Arcanine EX does. Over Marowak, this is a stage 2. And it costs more to attack. So, Marowak is the comparison, but yeah, not exciting. We got Varoom. $70 for 10. So, again, it's the 60-20 thing, but this is 70-10, so it just it offsets kind of standard. Revelry, honestly, I thought there was a stage. This was a 2-stage. Stage 2. Flip a coin. Head stream post next turn. Prevent all damage attacking this Pokemon. This is funny. This is the Dugtrio effect. I think they put this on. They put this on a water Pokemon. The Pelican dude. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, Cramorant. Oh, here it is. I've passed it. So this is the same thing. Does a bit more damage, has more health. Cramorant's not very good. So, asking it on at the set. I hope you're referring to the other thing. Yeah, it's a stage 1, and it costs more to retreat. For 10 more damage and 30 more health. No. Rattata. And damage 50. Pretty weak. Again, it's the 60-20 thing, but Rattata is like a thing. Honestly, I don't even know what the current Rattata does. I think it's a 50-20. It's 40-20. And then 80-40 for Raticate. This is 90-50 plus 2 attack. Not good. Obviously intended for starter decks. That's what the existing ones already do. Jigglypuff. This is the best Jigglypuff so far, right? Because this one has 60 health and a bad attack, but this one actually has a 1 constant attack. The problem with Jigglypuff that puts him to sleep is not good, because they can just evolve and wake up, and it does half time does nothing, and it has 50 health. I think this is the best Jigglypuff they've done. The Wigglytuff we have is 100 damage and has Hyper Force for 60. But that's cute art. Once during your turn, you can heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon. So compared to the Wigglytuff we have, it's not strictly better because it does less damage, but basically the same and has a crazy effect. So it's not limited to 1 copy, so you could have 2. Crazy healing. Shaman already sees a bit of play, although Shaman helps you prevent Cyrus stuff. So I imagine seeing this seeing some play. I'm not thrilled about it. People can do like Druddigon, Wigglytuff. You can run water and Irida. Yeah. You do Druddigon, Wigglytuff with like Greninja. Psychic type, yeah. But there's something here. This is a relevant ability. Lickitung? There's already a couple Lickitungs. We got an 80 health and a 90 health one. This one has 80 health as well. It does 30 damage. It's the thing. The thing about the original Lickitung with continuous lick is that this Lickitung has 3 cost retreat, which makes it worse than the other ones. Butterfree with Arceus. I mean, yeah, guys, compare it to Butterfree, which heals for 20 for everything. But it has to be grass. Maybe not, and this it only hits the active. But I can see like Druddigon, Wigglytuff. You need something that does damage. With Grafaiai to poison him from the bench? Something like that? But what about Licky Licky? Okay, so it just has 70 damage for 3 on 130. Compared to the base Snorlax, which has the same attack for 4. More concentrate and more health. Whatever, Licky Licky EX stays winning. Bidoof, 70 damage. Headbutt, or 70 health, 30 damage. Headbutt. It's got more health than the standard basic. Oh. But it costs 2 to attack, which is really bad. It has Headbutt. And you can see it's eyeing a citrus berry up there. What's the current Bidoof? Oh yeah, 60 HP with Super Fang. It does half that damage. This doesn't see any play. But then we have Bibarel EX. I always forget this thing's water type. 160 health, 100 damage, attack for 4, 3 cost retreat, which is really bad. Heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Looks like more trash. Yep. Also, shout out to Lapras EX, which you cannot trade for. And so if you started the game late, you missed the event, you can't get it. Like I know Ursaday only has 1 because she didn't do the event enough, which is very funny. She's like the queen of pocket, but yeah, it's Venusaur's attack. Thank you, Jake. It's very insightful. It's Venusaur's attack. Venusaur's attack is very good. It has less health, but Venusaur also has Erica's support. And Erica's support is better than Irida's support. Free cost retreats on stage 1. I don't know. I'm not excited. Again, there's 9 EX decks that are starter decks, and so I think all the EX cards are underpowered because of that. This is Irida. Dathos, you can also use Irida and Venusaur. So for Colorless EX, so like, yeah, this is much more reasonable than Arceus. Much more reasonable. 160 health, pretty decent. Bunnery, 50 HP or 50 HP with Pound, so it's actually under health than the standard. We have the 60-10 here, which is under damage. So you know we're gonna have low punny. I'll flop. So let's check out low punny. 100 HP, 30 damage, hopping shot. Oh, she's got her foot in your face? Dude, people are gonna love people are gonna love this. Low punny, POV low punny is stepping on you. Um 30 damage for 1 is just like bad. Like again, we were talking about Clefable earlier, which does 40 for 1 and 100 HP. The other low punny is 20 plus 20. This is just like Not great. Cyclozar. This is the last Pokemon in the set. I might go through some of the alternate arts at the end. But this is the last Pokemon. Your next turn's Pokemon's over acceleration does plus 20 damage. So it hits for 20, and then the next turn it'll hit for 40, and then it'll hit for 40, and then it'll hit for 40. So compare it to Farfetch'd. Right, I think Farfetch'd is the best comparison. The first hit does 20, and then it continues to be a Farfetch'd, except it has more health. Not awful starter deck stuff. Poison might be a thing. There's an Ekans with poison for one coming. Yeah, so we went over the poison stuff. The problem with poison decks is this card. The most popular card in the game, Arceus EX. Its Fabled Luster ability. This Pokemon can't be affected by any special conditions. Right, motorcycles for 10,000 years, yeah. Arceus can't be poisoned. Arceus EX, I think, is the most popular card in the game right now. Okay, so we're gonna do the last section here. There's 4 supporter cards. There's no other item. There's no other trainer cards, which includes items and stuff. Just 4 supporters. We got Ino. Each player shuffles the cards in their hand into their deck and then draws that many cards. This is hand disruption, right? I know in the TCG that has the same effect as Mars. This one, and it's pretty decent. There's a lot more card draw in that game. This does get you more cards, but if you have 5 cards in your hand and you use this, you then have 4 cards in your hand, and you can't use another supporter. So I think if you're trying to hard cycle, like I would play this over Chatot in the mono Chatot decks, because you can use an attack. Chatot, I don't know. No, you don't need Chatot. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's very good. Yeah, I was trying to figure out where the next cards are. It's over here. Pokemon Center Lady. Is this Nurse Joy Erasure? I thought they were all supposed to be called Nurse Joy. What happened? It's called her Lady? Only in the anime? What happened? Heals 30 and recover special conditions. Special conditions, very irrelevant. Nice little bonus. Okay, nice little bonus, but only the Pokemon in the active can be affected by special conditions. So, you know, you can't use this on something on bench or something. Obvious comparison is Potion, which does 20 as an item card. So it doesn't use your supporter for the turn, but then there's also a supporter. I need more full art supporters. Guys, I need you to open more packs so that when you start trades, you can trade me your full art supporters. The comparison is Irida, right? Because 40 from each, or they need water energy. But different. No, you missed INO, which is also bad. I think it's worse than Irida. Grass Camry 6 heals? I'm not sure what you mean. Special conditions, yes, the arc, but only the active is affected by special conditions. If it's an Arceus, it doesn't even affect Arceus, and because Arceus is the most popular card in the game, Arceus EX, people play less special conditions. So, and he's your supporter for the turn. So I think it's not. I think it's fair. Red, I think is the best of the supporter cards. During this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon do plus 20 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon EX. This hits a lot of thresholds. You can see in the deck list I've been playing up there, I have 2 Giovanni. So lets you hit for 140 with Arceus. So let you hit for 150, but only Red Blitz Sire. But only if they're an EX. I think you're probably never going to want to play 2 copies of this. And yeah, it's a dead card if they don't have an EX in the active. Because you can't even Sabrina and Cyrus and EX and then use red. They need it to already have it in there. DPZ told me that he's like Garchomp tech. In the regular Garchomp, you discard and then draw a card. So if you're not against the EX deck, you can pitch it. Which is like cute, but I don't think you will ever want to play 2 of these in your deck. The existence of it pushes down the EX numbers just a bit. I think it's the most promising of the cards, but not great. Team Rocket Grunt. This is the most troll card in here, dude. People are going to hate this. This thing is not good. It's not good. People are going to hate this. Casuals love to complain about Misty. I sometimes just lose to Misty in tournaments, right? And that's not great. You might run, you flip one until you get tails, and then discard random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Unlike Misty, which you just need a water Pokemon, this has a lot of conditions attached to it. Okay. 1. Your opponent's Pokemon needs to have energy on it. Okay. It needs to already have energy on it. Which is like, okay. 2, it only hits the active. So the energy needs to be on their active Pokemon. 3, if it removes 1 energy, your opponent, on their turn, can just put their energy back on that Pokemon and attack again. So you stalled them for 1 turn, but they can still use the thing, and you used your supporter for the turn. This thing is extremely troll. You're going to hear so much complaining about it. I will probably get hit by this, be owned, and be upset, and be sad, because my opponent's going to hit it like a 1 in 8. Remove 3 energy. I don't think the card's very good, but yeah. It's funny. People are gonna play. We just went over every single new card, but not the arts. So if you just wanted the card text, you can leave the video here. Don't leave the stream though. You can stay on the stream. And I'm gonna spoil all you guys on the full art stuff, so we can just check these things out. Got Meowscarada. Is she like juggling some fruit thing on the roof? This is pretty cool. Shout out to Meowscarada for not being a quadrupedal little cat thing and like stands on 2 legs. Looks pretty cool. Why aren't there Meowscarada on any of the other? I feel like you see a lot of images of Pokemon like on top of buildings. Where are the rest of the Pokemon on top of the buildings? Shouldn't there, every single one of these like have a Pokemon on it? Oh, that's pretty good. And these are the 1-stars, so you will get tired of seeing these. Weasel? Oh, that fan is cute as fuck, dude. Get the substitute doll. thing. It's like a secret base. Secret bases in Ruby and Sapphire were so awesome. They should bring those back. Bring those back. Is it like a Clefadol too? I love this fan. Honestly, just like the white outline, I think does a lot here. It's on the right light side, and then this in the shadow part doesn't have it. It's really cute. Katsugiri doing the esports pose. In Dondozo's mouth. Oh yeah. Some other ones there swimming. Sure. Graphite Eye doing some graffiti. Yeah. Okay. Goldango, this guy's sick, dude. He's surfing. And he's got money. I like the art style. This one's cute. Gosh. Then we get the just regular Wigglytuff. What the fuck is this? Is this the right pose? Am I doing this right? Give me feedback. What the hell is this thing? Bigger eyes? Can't make my eyes bigger. It's like the fucking Detective Pikachu style, which is already like kind of unsettling. Looks like that Megamind image. You know what I'm talking about? It's not a pick of its plush. It's like a Detective Pikachu. I don't think Wigglytuff was in Detective Pikachu. Oh my god. How can I get this in here? And then it's also like blurry. Honestly, you could do this emote. You could literally make this an emote. I'm totally down to make this an emote. Why does it move my camera when I undo? I guess now because I'm moving it, it's gonna undo it, right? What would the emote be named? What would you name it? And also, if the screen's gonna go black for a second and then come back, then black for a second, so like, give me. I'm trying to do this to fix the. Okay, hopefully that fixes the thing where I undo and it moves my camera. Anyway, this is so funny. You think Chrono 1 tough? What about Chrono 1? Hey. Got the Beedrill EX. Floor cards are cool. I like that these ones, when you tilt them, they have the 3D effect. I think it's a scam. The immersive cards don't have a parallax effect when you tilt them. Charizard EX. Yep, that's Charizard. Looks a lot like the other Charizard EX full art. Bug Trio. Sure. Pikachu. Sure. Giratina. Lucario. Why are you posing like that? Clodsire. Looks scared. He doesn't have his horns out. Pinkaton. Okay. Bibarel. Okay. Now you get to the relevant stuff, the supporter cards. Polar supporters are like the only thing I want in the world, right? Happiness, sure. The sense of having a place in the, in the universe, sure. Polar supporters, even better. Bloom Center Lady, also great. Red, I love this. Need to make sure I'm not doing a Sig Hail. Head this way. No. It's hand. Look, hand open. I've got my fist. I know. I don't think Ion is very good. Yeah, I think the power level set is like super low. Team Rocket Grunt. Okay. Looks cool. This Pikachu is fucking sick. This is the first time I'm seeing this Pikachu. Holy shit. It's a bad card, but that's some sick art. Set Hell's mid. I would say this set is worse than mid. I would say it's full on meh. Hotsire EX, Paldean. Cute. Love this. This is beautiful. This is an amazing art style. Fits the rainbow card border very well. This is funny. This is like, he's just sitting there. This is a rainbow card. This one just looks like the Slowpoke. Hold on. It's just the fucking Slowpoke art. It's like the same shit. Except this one's a rainbow. I have Daigatsu. I think it's kind of lame that we've data mined the animation. It feels like special. Right? So I'm not going to go through it here, but Pachirisu, best card in the set. Pachirisu's not good. Then here's the Immersive Giratina EX. Art style is very interesting. And then actually the whole point, the whole thing with the set is that there's some shiny cards. With the new rarity. I don't know what the rarity is. I think people have figured it out. Shiny Weedle. Shiny Riolu. Oh, I guess they have shiny Kakuna as well. Charmander. Charmeleon. Wiglet. Dondozo. Pachirisu, it's pink. Riolu. Varoom. And Revelry. And then there's a couple EX ones. You got Beedrill EX. Shiny. Charizard EX shiny. Is that just literally the same art? Yeah, it's literally just the same art, but they've recolored it. So. Wugtrio. This one, the rainbow border on this looks very weird. Lucario EX, your shiny Riolu evolves to normal Lucario. True. Lucario EX. And then, the crown rare of the set. If you haven't seen it, Pokeball. It says card deserving of crown rare. I think the other card that needs a full art thing is President's Research. I would much rather full arts. The thing about this is you're going to play it and it's going to do the stupid flourish for being a crown rare every time. And because you're always playing 2 Pokeball, you're going to see it constantly, and I hate that. And that's all the cards. So thanks for watching the set review. I appreciate it. There's a good chance I'm live right now when this is when you watch this playing the new set. So bye YouTube. Or if it was an extremely scuffed set review.